Welcome back to the Icecrown Citadel Raid Guide. I'm Lore, and in this video I'll show you the 10-man normal version of the Icecrown Gunship Battle. The Gunship Battle is a fairly easy encounter that's a lot of fun. First, before the encounter begins, make sure to get a jetpack from the NPC on the deck. This is equipped in your shirt slot, so make sure to equip it and put it someplace handy on your action bar. Not everyone needs to use the jetpacks normally, but it's not a bad idea to have them available just in case. You'll also need to designate 2 players to man the cannons, preferably players of DPS specs, as the tanks and healers have other obligations. The cannons have 2 abilities. The first simply fires a cannonball, but also generates a small amount of heat, which is visible on the cannon's energy bar. The second ability unleashes all of this heat, dealing higher damage depending on how much heat was available. However, if the cannon reaches 100 heat, it will shut down momentarily and all of that heat will be lost. Therefore, the best strategy for your cannoneers to use is to build up heat until the cannon passes 90, and then fire the second ability. The object of the encounter is to use the cannons to shoot down the enemy ship. However, from time to time, the enemy will call out a sorcerer to freeze the cannons, which kicks anyone manning the cannons out and renders them unusable until the sorcerer is killed. This is what the jetpacks are for. All of your DPS and 1 tank will need to use them to jump over to the other ship. The tank will need to pick up the enemy leader and hold on to him while the DPS kills the sorcerer. The leader, who is Murd and Bronzebeard if you're a Horde player, and High Warlord Sourfang if you're Alliance, will gain a stacking buff as they continue to attack that steadily increases the amount of damage they deal. Once the sorcerer is killed, everyone should jump back to their own ship to let this buff reset. Note that if the tank holds the enemy leader near the close edge of the enemy ship, they can be reached by healers standing on the edge of their own ship, so having healers jump over isn't really necessary. Meanwhile, as you've probably noticed already, enemy NPCs will be appearing through a portal on your ship. These need to be picked up, tanked, and killed by DPS when they're not working on killing a sorcerer. Although they don't hit very hard at first, these NPCs become stronger the longer they're alive, so killing them is important. You've also probably noticed the targeting reticles that are appearing occasionally on the ship's deck. These indicate where a mortar, fired by an NPC on the other ship, is about to land. Obviously, getting hit by things is bad, so move out of these as they appear. You can kill the mortar teams on the far side of the enemy ship if you like, to stop them from firing. However, this means more time spent tanking the enemy leader, which means he's dealing more damage to the tank, and more mortar teams will come out anyway. We found it easiest to simply ignore them and just avoid the mortars on our own ship, but the option is there should you find yourselves being overrun by mortars. There will also be a team of riflemen, or axe throwers if you're Alliance, firing at players on your ship. The damage is easily healed through, but like the rest of the enemy NPCs, they will become stronger the longer they're alive. Fortunately, they take damage from cannon fire, so as long as your cannons are firing at an angle that will also hit the riflemen, they shouldn't be alive for long. It's important to remember that as long as the enemy leader is attacking, he will continue to stack up his damage buff. Who or what he's attacking is ultimately unimportant. He also has a ranged attack that can reach to the other ship if a player is standing too close to the edge. Therefore, be very careful about using things like totems or temporary pets when on the other ship. Totems especially can keep the enemy leader in combat for quite some time, so if you're going to drop them while you're over there, be sure to recall them when you leave. Also, make sure once you're back on your own boat that everyone moves away from the edge to make sure the enemy leader resets. Once you've got the basic rhythm of the fight down, it's really very simple. DPS alternates between killing enemies on your ship and sorcerers on the other. The 2 cannoneers simply fire at the enemy rifleman until the sorcerer comes out, jump over to help kill it, then get back into their cannon. 1 tank stays on your ship to keep the enemy NPCs under control, while the other jumps over to tank the enemy leader when needed. Aside from that, just stay away from the mortars and you should have no problems with this encounter. Thanks for watching this video. As always, if you'd like more information on this or any other encounter, including the 25-man version, just check the Project Marmot forums at TankSpot.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, just follow the link in the movie details. Good luck!